Hello students, your instructor here, John Mandela with another screencast, this one in Flash. And this is a thing that we're going to be making, so it's a very simple soundboard. I won't actually have all of the elements here, just basic pieces so you can figure out how to, just one way to arrange your elements. So as you can see here, it just says choose your DJ, and there's two buttons up here. I just have hover states on them. And down here, these are buttons. They're created as buttons, but I don't actually have them functioning. You would have your actual sound buttons all in this file. Okay, and if I click on this one, it just stays here because this is the group 1 buttons, as you can see. If I click on this one, it takes me to the group 2 buttons. Alright, so let's look at how we get to this point. I'm going to close this. That's the rendered Swift. So here in Flash, I have 3 layers. I have an actions layer where my action script is going to go. I have a layer called button 1 and button 2. That's where these top buttons in this text are. And then down here, I have the sound buttons, which if I turn those on, you'll be able to see those buttons down there. We're going to leave those just not visible right now. So, because the most important thing is going to go on really in the actions layer and in this button 1 and button 2 layer. So, in the button 1 layer, you see that I have just a keyframe at the beginning and then a regular frame at the end, because it's going to be the same for both frames. That's the way I want it. So what I've done here, and I can zoom in a little bit, is I just have these buttons. Oops. So I have this button right here. Now let's take a look at what's going on. Just through my library, I have button 1 and button 2. Okay, nothing special just except for the hover state. That's not a big deal. So it's on the stage, and you can see here that when I have this selected in the properties panel, it says button 1. If you don't have anything there, it'll have instance name in gray. And you want to enter in your instance name. In this case, I just made it the same as the button name. I called it button 1. And over here with button 2, it's the exact same thing. So it's called button 2, and its instance name in this case is also button 2. So that's important. And these are just pieces of text, just static text, not a big deal. So then I went up in my actions layer, which should always make a separate layer for your actions. And I just went right click actions, and it brings up my actions panel. So that's all. Cool, we're going to go there little by little. So first thing I want to do is put a stop command in there. So just stop, all in lowercase, right and left parentheses, then semicolon. And the next thing is we're going to start with button 1. That's the instance name, not the name of the button. The instance name of the button. In other words, we might have multiple instances of that button. That's what we want to use as instance name. Then I'm going to do add event listener, all one word. That just means add something to here for, wait for an event to happen. That event listener is going to be a mouse event. Pay close attention to the capitalization. I will provide this code for you, but you want to always pay close attention for troubleshooting purposes. This dot click, and you can see, for example, that comes up as one of the options. Comma, and this is where I want to enter the function's name. So we have the instance name, which is right here, the instance name of the button. The function is the arbitrary name that we assign the function. The function is what's going to happen. And we're just going to call ours go to frame 1, for lack of a better term. And then right parenthesis and semicolon. On the next line, now we have to describe the function. So we described the instance name of the button, how it has an event listener on it. Now I need to describe the function. What's the function going to do? So function and then space, and the name of the function. Go to frame 1, left parenthesis, a little e, then a colon, mouse, event, and the right parenthesis, colon, void, space, left brace, and now we're going to use the inherent thing that Flash needs, which is a go to and stop command. So instead of go to and play, which you might be used to, this is go to and stop. So when we go to frame 1, it will just stop there. Alright, notice how the frame is in parentheses, then semicolon, and then right brace. Okay, so that's good. Now we need the exact same thing for our button 2. So we're just going to copy this, go down here, we're just going to call this button 2, 2, 2, 2, and then save all that. And now we can go test it out. So here we go, only a few seconds left, but here we go. So if I click on this, it'll take me to group 2. If I click on it again, it just stays at group 2 because it's been told to go to that frame and stop there. So this is how we can go to, and then of course once we're on that frame, we can play those buttons.